Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. Today we're going to be playing familiars with a little bit of a spicy twist. Instead of playing rainbow familiars like normal with Utopia Sprawl and Fertile Ground, I'm going to be playing more of a blue mana base and playing Fertile Ground and Dawn's Reflection. This allows me to play more cantrip type stuff and be more based on blue. And we're going to see if this works out. So basically the deck is you want to have two lands that tap for 7 mana, or you have two lands that tap for 5 mana with one familiar, or two lands that tap for 4 mana with two familiars. That means you can take Archaeomancer, you can snap it, and generate mana. So you go infinite that way. With Dawn's Reflection, you can have Reflection on a Chancery here, and you have an island in play, and one familiar, and that's infinite mana. We're going to be playing 4 Preordains, and then 4 of the Modern Age instead of Seagate Oracle. I just don't really like Seagate Oracle that much, and this deck tends to flood. And then 4 Compulsive Research. Just 2 counterspells here, but I'm going to be playing 1 Mystical Teachings. That kind of is our third effective copy of a counter, and that allows me to play just a singleton Weather the Storm and a singleton Pulse of Marasa, and hopefully that will help us beat Burn in Game 1. The rest of the deck, we have 2 Flickers, 3 Archaeomancers, 4 Mulldrifters, pretty normal stuff. And then sideboard here is 4 Hydro, 4 Pyro. This is our burn, this is our blue. Anti-burn, anti-blue basically. 1 Return to Nature for relics and just stuff like that. 3 Moments Peace for those random aggro decks that may or may not exist. And then 2 more Weather the Storms for burn. And then 1 Mountain. The Mountain is going to be brought in when we bring in the Pyroblast. So the Mountain is the reason we're using Evolving Wilds over here, because we can't use one of the storefronts because it will actually not be able to fetch the red. We can't use the life gain fetches that way. So the mana base, I'm playing 4 Chancery, 1 Plains, because I have the 4 Chanceries. And then I'm playing a bunch of islands, and then I decided on 4 forests. How? I don't really know. I just decided. We have 8 ways to get green. Seems like a reasonable amount. And 20 lands seemed reasonable. So this is kind of like a test list, and I don't know. I think this is kind of a good option because, as Raptor said in today's Pauper, you want to go early, be doing stuff, and you want to go off, have like a fast combo, and actually just win the game on the spot. If you're liking this content, don't forget to check out the Patreon, patreon.com/CaliGuys. I'm gonna start doing some additional videos on stuff that people like on the channel that's not quite as varied, and posting them. And then we've got sideboard guides for regular blue-white familiars and for Tron at this time. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the matches. Alright, we're here in round 1 versus Mvani. I think I'm going to keep. What we have here is a turn 2. We can play turn 2 Modern Age, or we can play Fertile Ground, start trying to build up mana. I think I'll lead on Island. Pass. Then I'll Fertile Ground the island, and then I'll Dawn's Reflection the island. Then start trying to jam and get a lot of cards. Okay, they play Wellspring. So they're on Tron, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and Fertile Ground. So next turn I can Dawn's Reflection, and then the next turn after that just start playing spells. Because I can Chancery back the land, play the Modern Age, plus Prohibit, plus Compulsive Research. Alright, they have their Tron online. Let's Reflection. We're just hoping that our combo is faster than their combo, basically. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we find a Archaeomancer and a familiar and snap, then it's infinite. He casts a Stirrings for a Sphere. Alright, so maybe it's eggs. Not sure exactly. Just trying to. Okay, Reckoner's Bargain. Draws a bunch of cards. Let's see if they play the Sphere out. 3 mana. Sphere. Okay, now I can dismiss this. Terrarion. They have 3 mana left over, so they're going to play anything. Sacrifice the sphere for black. They're going to dispute the Terrarion, probably. So the Modern Age is probably my worst card at this point. I think I probably want to Compulsive Research, or I could evoke the Muldrifter looking for a snap. That could be a good play too, because if we go Drifter, Snap, Drifter with all this mana in play, we'll be able to play it again. That's probably the highest upside play. They discard Blood Fountain. Another Reflection. Don't think that's very good at this moment. Play Chancery. Pick up this. So we have 5, 6 mana. So we can Muldrifter plus Compulsive. Let's start by evoking the Drifter. Looking for a snap. We found it. Okay. Alright, so now I think the right play is to draw cards and hold up a Prohibit for the altar. It's Compulsive Research. Land. Alright, so we have the Familiar and the Archaeomancer. That means I think next turn we're just going to win. So we're going to discard the other planes and hold up a Prohibit. Stirrings. Alright, this is just a cantrip. Energy Refractor's fine. Plays the Refractor. Okay. We're just gonna go off super duper hard on the next turn. Stirrings again. 3 mana. Six mana, 7 total. Blazing Altar. I think if I counter this right now, then they can't get it back and play it. So I counter that. Okay. So they can play Mirror Retriever and dispute the Retriever and get back the altar, but they can't win the game, I think. They'd have to have a crop rotation plus a dispute. I don't think they can win it. The Reckoner's bargain the Retriever to get back the altar. Completely expected. Okay, so we drew the flicker, the teachings, and it's just GG. Alright, play out Sunscape Familiar. Well, Sunscape Familiar. Play Archaeomancer. Get the snap. Get rid of this. Snap the Mancer. Untap, untap. Go ahead and Dance Reflection. So now we're going to make a bunch of mana. Snap this. Make some more mana. Snap again. And then we will Teachings. And get Flicker. And then go ahead and play out the Archaeomancer. Grab the snap. Snap the Mancer one more time so we have extra mana, and then we'll play out the Mancer with no mana floating, or no tap lands. And then we're going to evoke the Drifter. And we get to flicker the Drifter here. And we ended up drawing into the Archaeomancer. Alright, so we just go Archaeomancer. Get back Compulsive. And then we Compulsive our opponent like this. Okay. So now I just send. All right, and they were kind and scooped to the combo. Maybe it'll be a fast match. So against this deck, the only thing I can really do is bring in Return to Nature. I don't think Weather the Storm is necessary. And we're not playing negates or anything, so we're just trying to race. Return to Nature can actually exile their creature from the graveyard, so that's kind of sweet. We'll see what happens. That was very timely with the prohibit there. We just had mana, and then Dare Thing. Kind of non-interactive, but we got to win on turn 5. Okay, if we had another land, this would be cool, but I'm going to mulligan. We'll keep. Put back an island. So we're going to fetch a plains. Turn 2, play the familiar. Turn 3, probably get a forest and compulsive. Or forest and evoke the drifter. Map. What do we draw? Wilds. So we can pitch that to the compulsive, so now we have a plan. Plains, play the familiar. Land, crack for forest. Compulsive research, pitch the evolving wilds. Draw 3 cards. Sometimes compulsive is pretty awesome. Okay. The opponent plays Wellspring. Land, familiar. So we're getting closer to setting up the combo. Tower. I wonder if they're going to have ways to interact with my creature. Power plant. Now spellbomb. Okay. Yeah. I guess I should have seen that coming. I don't have any ways around that though. Forest. Compulsive research. 2 cards, I think. Discard the Modern Ages. Modern Ages, like, maybe the weakest card here, actually. Plays Refractor. I kind of needed the Evolving Wilds to get a land. They Deadly Dispute. So now I'm feeling not very confident. Although Teachings can get the Return to Nature, so I can blow that up and then go off. Mirror Retriever. Another Spellbomb. Okay, so you're saying you can't win. Play Familiar. Land. Grab an island. Cast a Modern Age. Fertile Ground. So I'm going to discard the Teachings. They have Golem Foundry. Expedition Map. So they're going to start making a bunch of creatures. Expedition Map. Okay. Then what? I mean, if I were them right now, I would... They're going to play Krark. Alright, well that is pretty frustrating. I think I'm going to concede the game. Alright, so they're playing Kirkland Shaman. So we just have to change how we interact. We just want to find a bunch of stuff, and then we'll try to, I don't know, we kind of have to hope that they fumble. Because the Kirkland Shaman wiping our familiars really screws us. Although I guess we could win with the combo anyway through that Kark. I'm going to keep. I'll get a forest, play the Chancery, then Preordain. Krark, always busting me up. They mulligan to 6, but keep 6. Alright. Forest. Your turn. We are looking for Dawn's Reflections, basically. Chromatic Star. We find a Return to Nature. So that can help us force. Alright, what I'm looking for here is Preordain into a Fertile Ground, so I can Fertile Ground the Chancery and the next turn hardcast a Muldrifter. They're cracking the Chromatic Star, probably casting a Stirrings here. Yes. So they have their second land, Power Plant. Plays it. Preordain. Pulse, I don't think I want. Maybe I should have cut the Pulse. Let's Preordain again. Maybe I want the Prohibit at some point. Pass. So now I guess I play Mancer for Preordain. Okay, so they have Tron, Mirror Retriever. Alter. Okay. Gets a star. And then nothing. I guess I pass here, and then I can blow up the altar. Plays an expedition map. Okay. 3 cards in hand. They bargain. Draw a bunch of cards. I guess I should have countered that. That was a mistake. That was probably the moment to counter it. If this is a refractor, I'm probably going to counter refractor. Map. Okay. Some more lands. Cracks the map. Polluted Mire. Let's destroy this. I wonder if they'll Deadly Dispute in response. I'll probably have to counter the Deadly Dispute, I think. Okay. So that leaves them with no colored sources at the moment. We'll slam a Muldrifter. So they have to be able to find another... Well, okay, so the next turn we can just cast Arcane Answer for Return to Nature. Get that in our hand. Crystal Grotto, and so they scry. They have 4 cards in hand. Now they have their colored sources online, though. Put a card on top, which is scary. Plays a Stirrings. What are you going to get with the Stirrings? Golem Foundry. That's not the most scary thing at the moment, because they don't have ways to turn it on. Okay, they edict my Muldrifter. Plays Golem Foundry again. Okay. Let's Fertile Ground the Chancery and then cast Muldrifter. Okay, we found a Teachings. We have the Flicker in hand. We can Teachings for Prohibit. Okay, they play Nile Spellbomb, which means that we'll have to play Archaeomancer to try to get the Return to Nature back, and then they'll have to crack the Nile Spellbomb. We're looking for a Familiar now. Found the Familiar. Play Fam. Play Mancer. Try to get back Return to Nature. They crack the Spellbomb. Wow, okay. That's a surprise. So now we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So if we're trying to count to 7 here, this is 4 mana, and then Sunscape reduces it by 2. So we need 1 enchantment or a familiar, and we have... No, it's still not the win because we need 4 blue. Okay. I'm going to cast a Muldrifter. Found Snap and an Archaeomancer. Okay, I think I'm going to attack. Destroy this artifact. We might be able to combo, like, lock them with the Archaeomancers. Okay, they get to draw a card with the Now Spellbomb. It's a tough spot. I think I want to... So they have Chainer's Edict. Let's snap the Muldrifter. And then leave up a bunch of counter spells. So we can Teachings for a counter. And we can flicker our 2 creatures. Plays a Chromatic Sphere. Okay. Terrarion. I'll allow it. 3 cards in hand. They're going to Deadly Dispute again. Draws a bunch of cards. Let's counter it. So now they're just at 3 cards in hand again. They make a golem, so they're gonna dispute their golem. They have so many disputes. They have Reckoner's Bargain, the golem. Okay, they have no colored sources right now. Plays Energy Refractor, so now they have a colored source. Alright. So I think I want to Archaeomancer and then get the Return Nature and blow up their Refractor. 3 cards in hand for the opponent. Three mana. They're going to play Munitions. So they can actually kill my Archaeomancer here. That seems greedy. Let's Drifter Snap Drifter, looking for an enchantment. Okay, that's the game. Tap and tap. Okay. Fertile Ground here. Just Archaeomancer. Get rid of this. Get back Snap. Snap the Mancer. Archaeomancer again. What's going on? It's like, I think that's the control bug. And then get the snap. So I'll show them that I have the flicker. And then I'll snap the Archaeomancer. Okay, mix more mana. And then maybe they will be kind and concede again. Alright, cool. I enjoyed that. I think that the deck is pretty good. Let's see. We'll see in the next rounds. Okay, round 2 versus Joe Villilio. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. Play the Evolving Wilds, and then I can get the planes. Potentially just jam the Familiar if there's nothing involved where it would die. Otherwise, I'm gonna play the Preordain. There's something to be said for just preordaining a couple of times to look for a land enchantment as well. So maybe that's the play. But we don't know what we're up against, so let's pass. Alright, Forest. Sprawl. White, so it's Bogles. We're going to get our planes. Play the Familiar immediately. And that I played out the blue land so that I could play a second blue land for a second Preordain next turn if I need to. We have Weather the Storm to hopefully gain some life, but this is a matchup where we will have to compulsive them to victory. Alright, they tap and untap, and then tap, play Abundant Growth. Draws a card, plays Spirited Companion. Definitely Bogles. We have a Reflection, so that's the first thing we're going to do is jam that down. Now we're at 5 mana. 6 mana the next turn. Ethereal Armor. So this is not great for me, but I can snap this creature, and that wastes all their enchantments. Okay, they're going to get in for 8. Definitely not blocking. Preordain. Bottom the lands. Preordain. We have Snap. Bottom. Top. I'll go for land. Play the Modern Age first. Discard a land. Go ahead and snap this. And then gain some life. We're at 27. Now we are looking for Archaeomancer, because Archaeomancer gives us infinite life off of Snapmancer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's infinite life. But Chancery in play gives us infinite as well. Play another Spirited Companion. We got really lucky that they played the Companion first. Draw a card. We're going to discard the Evolving Wilds. Play Chancery, picking up the planes. Now we've stalled out a bit. At least we got to draw a second card with the Modern Age there. Rancor. Ethereal Armor. So they're going to take 9. No. Mask. 26. Okay. We're going to attack with everything. So we have to Pulse of Marasa and Island. Pass. Draw. We're looking for Archaeomancer. Mulldrifter's pretty good. So we need to do stuff. And I think it's better to just evoke the Mulldrifter. It's not like we're blocking. If we don't get anything from this, we need more mana to do more things. Okay, Compulsive Research. Play the Modern Age. Discard this land. Compulsive Research again. We need a snap now. Alright, we did not find it. Okay. So we'll go to post board and bring in our Moments Piece. Don't think I need Weather the Storm. We want the Moments Piece for sure. Can cut a Prohibit. I feel like I'm going to cut the Weather the Storm and then cut one Modern Age. Let's submit. Okay, we would like to play first. That's a pretty decent hand. We're keeping. Turn 3, we have Chancery, play the Familiar plus Fertile Ground. And then we're going to have Moments Piece available. Pass. They go for a turn 1 Bogle, but a Glade Cover Scout. No, I think the plan is just still the same. Let's see if they're going to threaten lethal for their turn 3, because if so, we have to leave at Moments Piece. Okay, just commune with the spirits, not threatening lethal. We have Snap, Compulsive. We have 2 turns we can draw with the Moments Piece. They just grabbed a forest. Alright, land. Familiar. Fertile this. We drew a second Familiar, so it's pretty good. We can play Familiar plus Compulsive and hold at Moments Piece. Rancor. The only reason I would want to leave a Prohibit in is for Ram Through. Hopefully they don't have that. 2 mana. Wow. Okay. Alright, so we can go Familiar. Play the Familiar. Evoke the Drifter, snap the Drifter. Go ahead and Fertile Ground here. Green. Going to Pulse of Marasa, the Sunscape Familiar, and play Sunscape Familiar. We could also have Pulse of Marasa, like evoke the Mole Drifter and then Pulse the Drifter, but I think getting the familiars in play is good. Not sure entirely. Next turn we'll play Mole Drifter and Compulsive Research. A Ledgewalker comes into play. Attacks for 3, and that's okay. Alright. We'll go ahead and cast this Drifter. Floating a blue. Alright. Draw. Compulsive. Land. Unfortunately, I think we will have to spread out our fertile grounds. I don't really want to do that. I'm going to compulsive again. Land, this one. Play a land. We could fertile ground here. Probably fine. The reason I don't want to spread out the fertile grounds is because click equity. You have to click, 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 click. It's crazy. Okay, Commune with Spirits. Armadillo Cloak. Yeah. So we're not planning on winning via attacks. We could potentially loop Moment's Peace, but it's not that big of a deal to make a bunch of once we have the combo, it's very fast to just win with compulsive kill. So we're not going to worry about it. Alright, Chancery, play the Modern Age. Discard this island here. Let's go green. Fertile ground over here. We have 4, 5, 6, so we can cast Double Drifter. And I guess if we have... Okay, another Moment's Peace. Cast some Mole Drifter. Alright, let's go ahead and attack. If they attack with the Armadillo Cloak at this point, I think I'll double block with the Mole Drifters. They have an Ethereal Armor, so we're going to Moment's Peace now. I didn't even bring in Return to Nature, did I? That wasn't smart. Draw a card. Let's discard the Familiar. Go ahead and swing out. We're going to draw a million cards here. Let's go for blue. See, this is annoying with the clicks. Evoke the Drifter. Looking for an Archaeomancer now. Found it. Okay, so now we just have the game. Alright, what I want to do is play a land, play a Modern Age, discard this, cast a Small Drifter, Dawn's Reflection over here. So I think our fastest path to victory now becomes just attacking and looping Moment's Peace. We're going to untap all of our lands this way. Snap. I like to untap the lands. Tap, untap. And then cast Archaeomancer. Get back Moment's Peace. Flicker. Let's go ahead and preordain. Prohibit. Alright. Bottom, top. We got that one prohibit in our hand now. Compulsive Research ourselves. 2 cards. This one and this one. Cast another Modern Age. Discard a land. Yeah, that seems fine. I guess we could flicker again. Preordain. I'm just looking for the second Archaeomancer. There it is. Okay. Play Mancer. Get back Compulsive. Compulsive myself. And then 2 cards. Discard these lands. Go ahead and reflection this up for tons and tons of mana. Flicker these guys, or ladies. Get the snap. Then I'll get the other snap. Just go ahead and whatever. Unsnap this. Untap, untap. Make a billion mana. Snap again. Okay. Flame Answer. Get back the Pulse Marasa. Pass. I'll discard the Teachings. Moment's Peace. Alright. Cool, that went well. Okay, do we want to cut another Modern Age? So, like I said, the Return to Nature is probably useful here. I feel like the Mystical Teachings is important. Maybe one Dawn's Reflection is not necessary. Let's try it. We're still tweaking things. Okay, that's a quite nice hand, I think. Keep. We have turn 2, Fertile Ground, and then we can cast Compulsive Research. They're going to lead on a Bogle. So slippery. Land go. What would make our hand better right now would be a Familiar. We need to start advancing our game plan before they threaten lethal so that we can continue to advance our game plan while holding on Moment's Pieces. Okay, 3 damage. Land. Fertile. What do you have? Abundant Growth, so they're going to hit for 4. Scary. 5 now. Darn. So if they rip a good enchantment, we're pretty dead. I think I have to take the risk. Let's see. Because then I can take a couple turns. I think I'm just going to risk it. Alright, your turn. Now we can, as long as we make land drops while Moment's Piecing. Alright, do you have the Mask? Yes. Okay. Well, that was a risk I had to take, I think. I don't think I would have had a way out of that otherwise. Alright. GG. Round 3 versus Lionel Inverse. Inverse? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Pass. Probably looking for... Probably grabbing an island, and then... Oh, that's not great. Burn. Actual burn. Okay, island. Guess I preordain. And then plan on compulsive researching the fetch land. Okay, Familiar and Chancery. I don't think I want the Chancery though. Bottom, top the Familiar. So we're gonna be like turn 3 compulsive, turn 4 reflection, turn 5 try to win. They just have to be really slow for us to win like that. Found Chancery anyway. I guess what I want to do is play the Chancery out and then hold up a Prohibit for a Thermo Alchemist or something. We're close to death. Very close. Chancery. Pass. Okay. Discard Forest. Flame Breather. Okay, that worked out like they wanted it to. So we can go land. Familiar. Play Reflection. So if the familiar lives, then if we draw a snap, we win. It's probably not going to live. And then we have the Archaeomancer for a Prohibit. They have Flame Breather. Okay, so the familiar is going to live. Preordain. Looking for a snap. Fertile Ground Drifter. Fertile Ground. Gonna go for Evoke Drifter. Okay. GG. Probably. It's not a deterministic combo, but we pretty much got there. Play Archaeomancer. So the only thing that stops me here is a Fire Blast, but it would probably not be very likely for them to Fire Blast their lands. Archaeomancer. Get the snap. Snap. They are kind of slow. We're gonna Mancer again. Get the snap. Snap the Mancer. Just keep building mana up. Let's cast Muldrifter. Preordain. Teachings and snap. Okay, so top these. So now I can snap the Muldrifter, the Archaeomancer. Cast this Muldrifter. So now we teachings for our Flicker and we win. Go snap. Snap the Mancer. Teachings. Get the Flicker. And then we just build up some mana, draw some cards. Get back to snap. Snap here. One more time. And then I'll start flickering the Muldrifters. I wonder if they're gonna go for the here, let's play this out. They could potentially go for Fire Blast at some point, which is why I'm trying to get double snap in hand. Alright, here we go. Play Archaeomancer. Get back to snap. Flicker here. Draw some cards. We're using all of our clock. Compulsive Research. 2 cards. This one and this one. We found another Archaeomancer. Let's play Modern Age, I guess. Because the plan here is going to be to lock them with our counter spells. Go ahead and snap this thing. Play the Archaeomancer. Get back a Prohibit. It's compulsive. 2 cards. I'll play out the familiar here, and now it's going to be a little bit easier to combo. Compulsive again. 2 cards. Arcane Answer. Grab a snap. Snap the Mancer. Just start untapping things. Sorry, my throat's going crazy. Okay, so Mancer again. Get back the snap. Play out the Familiar. Let's snap the Mancer. Tap on tap. Cast Null Drifter. Okay. Arcane Mancer gets back. Snap again. Do. Snap the Mancer. Untap, untap. We get this for some extra mana. Arcane Mancer again. Get back the snap. Snap the Mancer. Untap, untap. And then we're going to... Well, no. Mancer. Get back the teachings. Teachings. Get the prohibit. Flicker. Get back the teachings. And then just send a message. We're going to flicker here. Get back to flicker. Teachings. And then get Weather the Storm. Cast Weather the Storm. Pass. Did we win? That was sweet. Opponent is contemplating their life choices. Looks like they're pressing OK for every single instance, and we stormed off for a lot. Storm was 50. Good luck pressing OK 50 times. Oh man. Alright, I'll pause. They are pressing OK 50 times. Wow. Wild. Alright, your turn. Kinda surprised to see regular burn out nowadays. Out and about. Monastery Swift Spear. Sure. We will counter. Go ahead and snap this. Untap, and then flicker for prohibit again. The lag. Okay, they conceded. Sweet. So we know they're regular burn. Just bring in all these cards. We can cut the prohibits. I usually cut some number of familiars versus burn. I don't know if they're playing Relic though. So if they're not playing Relic, then Mancer cut is fine. So let's try to do that. We'll find out if they're playing Relic. This seems alright. I'm going to keep it. Alright, opponent skips their draw step. Plays a mountain. Passes. Okay, we play wilds. And we pass. We drew a second forest, which is not great. But we can compulsive research and discard the forest. Casting Flame Breather. I think I'm gonna grab an island. Alright, I'm gonna plan on casting Weather the Storm on their end step, and then the next turn I'll go snap, untap the Chancery, and compulsive research. Casting Flame Breather. Snap your Flame Breather. Looks like they might have a Pyroblast here. 2 damage Pyroblast. It's not great for me. Okay, we have Weather the Storm. They place a Synthesizer. We take 2. So every spell is like a 5 damage. And they have another Flame Breather? Oh my gosh. Well, that's pretty bad. Cast the Modern Age. Gonna discard the Flicker. Next turn, Hydroblast, Preordain, Weather the Storm. They cast a Chain Lightning. Take 6. Okay. They crack the Synthesizer. That's a surprise. They find a mountain. Play the mountain. Fire Blast. So, Weather the Storm. A Bolt kills us here. What? What was this hand? Unreal. Okay. We were never beating that. I don't know what happened there. That was insane. Maybe Teachings is too slow. It's not like we're gonna be Teachings for one of Weather the Storm anymore because we have it in hand. Okay. Keep. We'll get a forest, turn 2, we will fertile ground. And then turn 3, play Chancery, pick up the forest. And compulsive research. Seems like being on the play matters a lot. I thought that was a good hand. Pass. They have their Swift Spear. Alright, that's essentially like being on the play. We cast a Fertile Ground. Opponent's turn. Land. Firebrand Archer. So they're just playing all pingers. Just all pingers all day. We need some snaps. Pick this up. Draw 3. Discard a land. This one. Okay, I think we can win if we get a snap here, but not if we don't. It's gonna come down to this turn. We can go familiar, like, if they kill us here, they kill us. We didn't really stand a chance at that point. They just have the turn 3. Swift Spear, okay. So we're gonna take 5 damage immediately. That's 5 as well. So we're just dead. Wow. Cool. Sorry that was very boring, but let's see. We can't even see the next cards in our deck. That stinks. Okay, next match. Alright, we're versus Calco, and we're gonna mulligan. I'm gonna keep this. I don't think I need the pulse, so I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Affinity. Preordain. Okay, I'll top both of these. We can beat Affinity, I think. Place a Blood Fountain. Let's preordain again. Bottom, top. Play the Chancery, pick up the island. Okay. So they're trying to learn Affinity. Plays another Blood Fountain. So we're probably going to see some Enforcers here. One Enforcer. Reckoner's Bargains. Blood Token. Another Enforcer. Dang. Can't really beat two 4/4s on turn 3. Brutal. And we didn't find any land enchantments to make our snaps better. Just gonna play another. Okay, Enforcer gets in. So far, I've learned that the Modern Age is pretty bad in this deck. Just want more cantrips. I thought maybe the Modern Age would be a good blocker, but it just comes down to too slowly. Seagate Oracle could be better too. Bottom everything. Brutal. Okay, familiar. Familiar. Okay. Scoop. Unreal. What a hand. Ridiculous. So I don't know. I just bring in this and then cut the weather, I guess. That was gross. Here I am just trying to have a party. Okay, we're on the play. I think we need to keep a hand that has uh lands and spells. Mulligan again. Okay, keep. Get rid of the Modern Ages. That's been a not very good card overall. We want to go island, find a forest, play the Chancery, or play the forest, I guess. Fertile Ground, and then play the Chancery. I don't know. They also mulligan to 5. So we're on even ground. Pulse of Marasa top, I think. We can evoke the Drifter and then pulse it back. Plays a bridge. Fertile Ground here. Next turn we can evoke the Mole Drifter, play the Chancery, and the next turn after that we can pulse the Mole Drifter back. It's pretty good. Alright, they just play land. Evoke this Drifter. Chancery picks up the forest. We have to watch out for Pyroblast. Alright, let's play the forest and then pulse back the Moldrifter. See if they have negate. They don't have negate right now. I assume that they have Pyroblast and a bunch of stuff. We're kind of flooded out for sure. Cast Thoughtcast, leaving up a Pyroblast. They have 2 mana open. They could tap the 2 mana and play a Myriad Force right now. Let's go ahead and cast this Modern Age. Play a Familiar. Let's see if they counter the Familiar. Alright, they're going to use their counterspell on the Familiar. No. Yes. It's very difficult to play around Metallic Rebuke, to be honest. Just always around. They're gonna Deadly Dispute the Star, draw 3. Ancestral Recall. Pretty sweet. Okay. Plays another star. Okay, we get to draw and discard. Discard this. 5. So we can compulsive research and play through another Metallic Rebuke. Land. Play this. Let's just compulsive again. Preordain. Compulsive draws so many cards, it's awesome. And now they're going to counter my Preordain. No, they're Reckoner's Bargaining. Okay. Bottom. Top. I really thought they were going to counter the Preordain. So we can Archaeomancer for Pulse of Marasa, the Sunscape Familiar. If they have Metallic Rebuke plus Pyroblast, that would eat us. They're going to play an Angler. Alright. Find a Snap. That's pretty good. Snap the Angler. So they have to respond, or their Angler goes away, and they've undone all their work. They're going to allow it. Let's go ahead and play Archaeomancer. Pulse of Marasa. Pulse back the Familiar. What do you got? They're going to tap me out. Cast a negate. Alright, we're going to counter the negate. Get the Familiar in hand. And pass. They Deadly Dispute. Go to 8 cards in hand. Now to 10 cards in hand. They have 5 mana available. 6 now. 9 cards in hand. One of them is an Angler. They play a Wellspring. They have 8 Unknowns in hand. And 4 mana available. They're going to Deadly Dispute again. Drawing a bunch of cards. Plays Mirror Enforcer. That's expected. Now they can play another Angler. Okay. We're just waiting for them to do that, I guess. So they have 6 in the graveyard. All they have to do is just click all 6, and then it will delve. Seems like they're having problems paying the cost, though. Or they reconsider playing the Angler now. They're going to bolt something. Okay. What are they going to leave in the graveyard? Now they're going to play the Angler. So we can play Familiar into Muldrifter and hold up Prohibit. So they can't Pyroblast the Muldrifter, which is nice. They're going to have to discard. Maybe they're just trying to not have to discard. Play Familiar. Go ahead and cast Muldrifter. That resolves. We have another familiar and Archaeomancer. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can make Infinite Storm soon. We can make infinite white mana here once the familiar comes into play. And the opponent has a Gross Spirit in. Alright. They have a million cards in hand. We're just trying to hold up the prohibit for something terrible. We're at 32 life, which is nice. I don't have to block this turn. Cast a Wellspring. Hopefully they just play a lot of spells that don't affect the board and then leave not very much mana open. They're going to continue to Reckoner's Bargain and draw a million cards. I just don't know what's in their hand. They have played lands. They're considering playing a Krark or something. A black mana. Are they going to play another Gurm Daddy? Blood Fountain. Alright. Surprisingly, they don't have all the rest of their enforcers. What are they going to discard? Some land, I guess. Yeah. Play Sunscape Familiar. Land, Mancer. So what we're hoping here is that the Mancer for Snap resolves. They have nothing going on. And then we can make infinite white and start chaining Mulldrifters. Okay. Calblast, counter. I have one card in hand. So they have another. Okay. What are you going to do? I'm very surprised if they don't have the answers here. They're going to Deadly Dispute something? Looking for another Galblast. Yeah. Prohibit. Resolves. Snap resolves. We could win. So they're saying there's a chance. Okay. Found a flicker, so how does that help me? I can... Let's make a bunch of white again. Archaeomancer for snap. Snap the Mancer. Archaeomancer. Get snap. Snap the Mancer. I don't know if there's a way for me to... So if I tap for 2 blue, play the Archaeomancer, get the Pulse of Morale, so Pulse of Morale, the Archaeomancer, that doesn't get me anywhere. I think what I want to do is flicker the 2 Mulldrifters to try to draw into an enchantment. That didn't work. Damn. Or darn. So now we can teachings for snap. Snap this. Preordain. What? Okay. All right, we almost got there. We would have had it eventually. Okay. I mean, we did the best we could. We're just gonna play it again. I felt like their deck failed them in a way. I'm gonna keep this. We have a turn 2 Modern Age, and hopefully that will carry us. They mulligan to 6 and keep 6. Plays a land. Okay, another land. Blood Fountain. So that means that they can counter our Modern Age, but they tap their land. Okay. Come on, Modern Age. Carry, carry, carry. Oh man, we drew the familiar when I decided not to get the white land. Okay, we're gonna get rid of our Mancer. Okay, draw a card. They have the turn. They have the quick 4/4. Let's discard Prohibit land. Try to pull somewhere also the Evolving Wilds. I think we just lose here. Like maybe they just have nothing going on, but if they counter this, I'm pretty hosed. I suppose I can start chaining card draw, and they could just rip nothing off the top. Pass. Instead, they deadly dispute. Okay. Yep. This feels like the end. They just have now they're gonna deadly dispute again. Okay. They don't even need the blood fountain. Who cares? Attempt to compulsive research. If this gets countered, I'm just gonna skip the game. Man. Okay. Yeah. I will attempt to play match 5. Okay, in the interim, let's look here. We've played every single game of the matches this league. We're gonna have to try to win the last one, but we're putting up a good fight. It's not a beating. We have some possibilities. We just have to go ahead and look at the game and see where we went right and where we went wrong. What's the power and where are we missing? We'll see you in match 5. All right, round 5. We're on the play versus McCoy. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. Turn 3, Fam plus Fertile Ground, or we can go Fam, Snap, Fertile Ground, Snap, which is pretty sweet. We also have teachings for Fam, Snap, Fertile Ground, Snap, teachings Weather the Storm, or teachings for Pulse. Great Furnace. So we might teachings for Pulse or Weather. The Familiar will probably not live. This is going to be a sweet turn, though. Opponent plays a Forge Chanter, so we cannot snap that. We have to pay 2 life. It's probably worth... Oops. I messed up there. I wasn't thinking it through. So they play an Implement. Not too scary. It's only if they bolt the thing. They have Galvanic Blast, okay. Pulse of Marasa. Play the familiar. Back to 23. Maybe I should have waited to play the familiar. They pulse on their turn, and they would have tapped out. I would have gone like familiar, drifter, snap, drifter, drifter, snap, drifter, and then teachings for weather. That would have been much better. Still gonna be no blocks here. It's just this the sequencing in this deck is very difficult. So I'm gonna crack the implement to draw a card. That means Galvanic's off the table for the moment. Alright, they forgot that they didn't have Metalcraft, and they shot the familiar with a Galvanic and get in. Okay. We drew the weather naturally. Alright. Evoke this. Should probably float in green, actually. Snap the Muldrifter. Alright, I'm on trackpad this time instead of my mouse. So we'll see how fast I can actually click. Float in green. Evoke this again. Snap it. We could teachings for another snap. Drawing a lot of cards. Preordain first. Bottom this. We'll top the familiar. Play out the familiar. Play out Muldrifter. Cast a Weather the Storm. And pass. That was awesome. I think Weather the Storm in the main deck is definitely the call. That's sweet. 56. We have a Prohibit to keep the Muldrifter alive. If we draw a Arcane Answer, we just win because we can go off that way. Now opponent is a little bit wary of what we're doing. They're going to cast an Epicure, which is, I think, fine with me. It turns on Galvanic, but they only have 2 Galvanics left in the deck. Okay, opponent, what are you going to do? They had nothing. Cool. We were going to maybe just draw into the Mancer at some point. I would have maybe teachings again. For probably just teachings for the Flicker and then Flicker the Muldrifter at that point. Okay, so what I'm doing is getting rid of the reflections because we're not trying to combo out too early. We just want to control the game with Hydroblast and Weather the Storms. So that is my plan. Getting rid of the prohibits for the Hydroblast. I know I can prohibit a what's his face? A relic, but I'm just gonna try to play around it. We have again Fertile Ground on Chancery, so that's kind of nice. But then we have to watch out for Molten Rains. That would really ruin our day. Opponent plays Implement of Combustion. So Galvanic Blast is online. Chain Lightning's us. We'll say no to that. And we go to 15. Forest. Chancery. Pass. I'm gonna discard the Modern Age here. Could have been also the Compulsive Research. Now Molten Rain mana is available for the opponent. The Galvanic Blast us. We're close to dead. I guess we're just letting them solitaire turn 4 because we don't have anything going on. Plays Kuldotha. Alright, what we can do actually is snap a token, Fertile Ground to Chancery, snap a token, play Mancer for snap. So that slows their clock down. They'd have to have a Pyroblast here. They don't have it, which is nice. Okay, Fertile Ground here. Blue, blue. We're going to go ahead and snap the token again. Now there's just 2 attackers. Untap our 2 lands. They Lava Dart their token. Actually, we would have been able to cast Muldrifter there. So if we draw a land, we can cast a Muldrifter. If we don't draw a land, I'm playing Arcane Mancer for snap. Sacrifice the implement. Go to 9. We're at effectively 8. 7, 6, 5. We're pretty dead. Okay, so if they whiff twice, so they have to draw a non-creature spell, and then, or they have to draw a land and then blood token into another land. They can Lava Dart us and put us to 2. We'll block the Goblin token. We'll block the Epicure, and then we can snap the token away, and then play Muldrifter. Pyroblast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so they messed up a little bit. Okay, let's see. We have 4, 5. We're going to go to 6 mana. So I think we have to snap the Swift Spear, because otherwise we're letting them Lava Dart their Goblin token, and then the snap does not resolve. Five, 6, 7 mana. So if I Teachings for snap, I'll have 1, 2. I think I'm just going to Teachings for weather here. I should have maybe gotten Pulse Marasa. That would have been better. That would have put me to 8. This puts me to 9, 10, 11. Pulsar Marasa for the Archaeomancer. I could have played Archaeomancer to get a Pulsar Marasa again. Just didn't think that one through. They discard a mountain. They have Swiss Spear and an unknown. Plays the Swiss Spear. What's up? What do you have? I'm gonna jam in for 3, potentially 4, 5 with the Lava Dart. And then a bolt would be put it to 9. Lava Dart. Puts us to 6. I don't know. I was trying to decide between the forest and the island there. I just picked up the forest, or the island. I think here... so I'm going to block the Swift Spear no matter what. Wow, they didn't have anything. One, two, three, four, five, 6. I can Teachings for a Hydroblast right now. I don't know if that saves me. Snap the token to get off the table. Compulsive again. Play a Sunscape Familiar as another blocker. And then I'm holding up Hydroblast. And then it looks like next turn I can Teachings for Pulsa Marasa, and Pulsa Marasa the Archaeomancer. Okay. Synthesizer. I guess I'm going to Hydroblast the Synthesizer. And then Chump Block with the Moldrifter. Okay, they're getting in with the Swifty. Block. Play land. So whether Teaching is going to cost 4, Pulse is going to cost 1. So if I tap like this. Oops. Black. Or it costs 5, and then I Pulse. So if I pay 2, 1, 2, I have 3, 4, I can cast Pulse. And then cast Modern Age. Alright, that's fine. So, white, Familiar, Teachings, Pulsa Marasa, the Archaeomancer, go to 12, cast Modern Age, discard the Evolving Wilds. Modern Age seems a little bit too slow in this deck, but I don't know if a Ponder would have been better in this spot. They cast a Reckless Impulse. I don't think I need to block this turn. They have Galvanic Blast and Pyroblast. So they'll likely try to Pyroblast the Mancer. Yeah, we're not going to block. No blocks for reals. Okay. They didn't... Alright, that's fine. So now we get to play Archaeomancer for Pulsa Marasa, the Muldrifter, and play a Muldrifter. Mancer. Or just get Pulsa Marasa and then hold the Muldrifter for a second here. Pulse the Muldrifter. Snap the Mancer. Cast a Muldrifter. Green. Mancer. Get back Pulse. And then cast Weather. That should seal the deal here. They're at 0 cards in hand and we're at 33. Yeah, opponent did miss lethal, so we got lucky there. We ended up winning our first and our last match, and all the rest were going to game 3. This one probably would have gone to game 3. It's just a small error on the opponent's side. Let's go back to the deck. So things that I liked that we had the teachings and the weather and the pulse. All that together was good. I think teachings over the third prohibit was really good. Maybe we could cut the Dawn's Reflection for a Pestermite, so then we just have to have 2 mana via the Fertile Grounds, and then teachings for Pestermite and flicker off. But the problem is it's hard to find that first Fertile Ground. I don't know. I think the struggle here is that the deck is slow without having the Snap plus Bounce Land or Snap plus Fertile Ground online. So I think that it's important to have the teachings so you have a 5th copy of Snap. I think the Modern Age is probably not good enough here. We never ever used it as a blocker or a flyer, so we probably want to replace those with Ponders. Or we could go 6 Familiars, actually, with Nightscape Familiar, and then try to do things quicker, where we play more teachings or something. That might be fun. So those are the things to consider. I liked the sideboard overall. I thought having just 3 Moments Peace was kind of bad versus Bogles, but we only got 3 turns, and we had to consider whether or not they were going to have the Ancestral Mask in hand. We had to take a risk there, and if they didn't have the Ancestral Mask in hand, we would have won the game. So that's fine. I like Compulsive because we tended to flood out, and we would just draw 3 over and over and over. It was nice to pitch the lands too. So we can use the Compulsives instead of the Modern Age, maybe. If you have any ideas, or if you think I should have done something different with the list or made a different play, let me know. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot.